Hi everyone, it's Craig today. I'm talking about exponential leadership. And what does that mean to you in today's environment? Well, exponential leadership to me is I don't use word, how do I not use 10x, but it's really multiplying the leadership that you have to get through today's environment. And being a leader, you could be a public figure, a politician, a small business owner, you could be anything. You could be an athlete. How do you navigate in today's environment? So some of the things I'd like to share with you, for instance, is some of the things that I am doing with regards to exponential leadership. First of all, before the pandemic happened, with my staff and my company, we put together a plan to get everybody to work from home. This was a planned process we put in place a few weeks before the governor of the state told us we had a non-essential business and we had to work remotely. Now we're in a point in time where businesses are reopening. So what is your plan? What are you going to do to reopen your business? So for ourselves, we worked on a few things. We're putting those processes together to get everyone back in the office, put them in a safe environment, and how are we going to work in this new world? And some of the stuff we worked on, I got some of the stuff from the governor and what they put in from the state and local county kind of matches what they said already. Some of this is just kind of common sense stuff. But one of the big things this time period is really being communicative with your employees and telling them, hey, what do you expect? Talking to them, putting stuff on paper, showing that you care about their safety, and kind of laying out a plan. Again, a plan. We're all looking at plans, and a lot of times people don't. A lot of leaders don't really have plans here. But putting together a plan for them to go back, and what's it going to look like over the next few weeks, maybe next few months, and what's going to happen if they say in 3 or 4 months from now you have to deboard again and go work remotely a second time, because that's a possibility. So what are you going to do? How are you going to step up? How are you going to show some leadership here and take the initiative with your staff? Especially being a small business owner today, if you have less than 50 employees, we're around about 35 employees. Well, how are you going to do things? A lot of businesses are shutting their doors right now. A lot of businesses are pivoting, trying to keep their employees. So communication and how you talk to people, how you put together things, how you look out for them, is very, very important in today's world. So if you want to talk a little bit more about leadership, that's where we're looking for our politicians as well. And as you see, some things are coming out. There's still a lot of divide there. I think that has a lot to do with all of us kind of being a little bit frazzled, the uncertainty they have. They don't really have a well-documented plan, but you're starting to see some well-documented plans, I think, on the state level, on the county level. I know here in San Diego County, you have the governor says something, and then each kind of county is kind of saying something as well, so there's getting to be some alignment there. So this is a great time period to step up for leadership, for yourself, for your community, for your family, for your staff, for everybody. And I like to use the word exponential leadership because this is a time for you to shine. This is a time for you to something. If you're not that great of a leader, use this as an opportunity to take advantage and make yourself a great leader. It's very easy to do. There's stuff out there that you could copy, but the first thing you got to do is you got to take some action, put together a plan, communicate it to people. Again, if you're on the high level of a politician, that's what we're looking for, to get some alignment there. I know they're kind of at odds to each other, but that's where it looks at. Then if you're kind of on the business level, again, you have to do something. You just can't sit there and not do anything. You have to communicate to people, communicate to not only your employees, but your constituents, your customers, what you're going to do, how's that going to look at. Don't fear making the wrong decision, because right now it's like a lot of people are just kind of very uncertain what to do. Kind of put something together, talk to your friends. If you want, you could reach out to me. I can give you some advice of what we're doing and how we're doing things. That's fine. Just reach out to me through my social handles. I'm more than welcome to help you out doing things. I have a lot of friends that own businesses, and we're all adapting in each in our own ways. And it's quite interesting hearing someone else's story and what they're doing and comparing to what we're doing, and that's kind of has helped me out as much as possible with this. So, this is the time where I say strengthen your muscles, strengthen your leadership muscles by having a plan in place, putting together processes, communicating that, really showing a lot of empathy towards people. And, this, again, I'm going to say there's an opportunity here for you to step up and show a little bit about yourself, show everyone around you, your constituents, your customers, your employees, your family, your friends, what you're made of. So it's a great time for you to take some action here. I know we're going to get some questions from some people. Looking over here, I think there is Ben from Georgia. He's talking, he's a mid-sized accounting firm, and he wanted to transition his employees in, and he's asking about some precautions to take. So I'm not really certain what your physical office is like, if it's a large office or it's a small office. Is it a single tenant building? Is it a multi-tenant building? There's a lot of dynamics in place, a lot of variables in place. So one, if you have a big building, you're on the 30th floor or something, you're gonna have to do a lot of elevator travel. And I know in elevators it's a cramped space with a lot of people, so you should probably get some masks for your staff. You should probably tell them they should wash their hands and get some hand sanitizer on. You should probably tell them don't go up and down the elevator with anybody if you could, but that might not be a reality. So if anyone's sneezing or stuff, you probably don't want to be in the elevator with them. If you get to your office, you got to see, are you able to rearrange your desks? What does that look like? And if you have a small office, maybe you rotate people in. Maybe you have some people come in Monday, Wednesday, Friday, some people Tuesday, Thursday. If the office is a larger office, you kind of just rearrange that office. Maybe if you have different departments, maybe you have some departments come in one day, you alternate with other departments. If anyone has any sign of any kind of predisposition to anything, to any medical issues, definitely have them work remotely for the time being, most likely until a vaccine comes out. And if you're someone's sneezing or has a little head cold or a little bit of fever, make sure they stay away, and make sure they stay away probably for a couple of weeks if you can until that goes away. You don't want them back in the office. So there's a lot of variability involved, a lot of kind of common sense. And again, with your office, I think you gotta look at, hey, not just your office, but if you're in a larger building with other people and other tenants, you gotta take that under consideration as well. And with that, there might be a landlord to that office. It's best to get their policies and procedures and their processes, what they're putting in place, and talk to them and communicate with them what they're doing, and overlap that what you're gonna do specifically for your business. I got another person, Jennifer from Pennsylvania. I own a small cafe in Pittsburgh, and they're still waiting for their loan. What is your opinion on how it's going? Well, I know some people got the money, and some people who didn't, and it's very few people I've talked to. So I would just say keep submitting, go to different banks if you have to, make sure you file the paperwork, and I hear people are getting it. So it is working from my feedback from people. So stay persistent at it. And you might just have to try a different bank. If the bank and the portal you're going through is not working, maybe try a couple, talk to some of your friends, if anyone else. If you want, you can reach out to me. I'll tell you kind of which banks that some of us are approaching as well. Nathan from West Virginia. Do you think businesses should be more or less aggressive with marketing during the pandemic? Nathan, you're asking the wrong guy, because I have the attitude to play it to win. So if I'm running a business, I'm going to make sure I have a product that's going to help people out. So I have a great product, and we're spending a lot of money on marketing. So do you have a product that's actually going to help people? Or are you taking a pre-existing product and can you change it a little bit to help people out? And if you do, then yeah, I would spend some extra money on marketing. It's a good chance to get ahead of your competition. That's more kind of a variable. It's up to you what you're doing. But if you have something that could really help people out, I would stick my foot on the gas and I would spend some more money. But that's just my opinion. That's what I would do. Tom from Texas. I'm a real estate agent. What do you think the impact this will have on the housing market? That is not a question about leadership. That's a question about real estate. But I'll answer this. Anytime when there's a lack of supply and demand and a lot of people are on the sidelines and a lot of people aren't selling, prices will go down a little bit. Some people might be desperate and sell some assets for liquidity, so you might be able to get some good transactions, some good deals with that. Long term, we're looking at that very closely and seeing how that affects and how the job market affects things. We don't know what's going to happen. We're kind of planning for the worst and expecting for the best. And in these time periods with uncertainty, you could actually, if you're a buyer, you might be able to buy something. If you're a seller, unfortunately, there might not be a lot of buyers out there. So I think you're going to see some price depreciation if you're trying to sell a home. So that's all the questions I got today from Facebook Live. But again, exponential leadership means, how do I throw a multiplier to my skills already? How can I step up in this time period and become a great leader? If I haven't really had an ability or a chance to show some of your own specific leadership traits, you have a great opportunity to do it. There's a lot of people you could mimic. There's a lot of people who can copy. There's a lot of stuff online. What are people doing? It's a great opportunity for yourself to step forward and show some exponential leadership. I'm Craig, and I'll talk to you soon. See you next week.